Join along with us today as we have our weekly family meeting. This is one simple yet effective way that our family stays organized as well as moving forward towards our vision and goals. I always grab my wall calendar to start our meeting, our family meeting agenda, which you can actually download inside of my free Homemakers resource library. So I'll put the link below if you'd like a copy for yourself. And then I also grab my household binder. Now, the very first thing that we do in our family meeting is give each other a hug and kiss. Now, this might seem a little silly and unnecessary, but it's a great simple way to connect and also remind ourselves both physically and mentally that we are in this together. We're on the same team and we're working towards the same goals together. Next, we pray. If there's one thing that Satan wants to attack most, it is a marriage. And we recognize that full stop. So we start our family meeting by praying. After we connect physically with a hug and a kiss, we pray. We see our family meetings as a key connection point for our marriage and for our family. We're working towards our goals and figuring out problems together. And this can sometimes stir up frustrations if we're not careful and intentional. So we pray, and it really does change the whole meeting. So, like I said, we have our family meeting agenda, which is a simple checklist of agenda items that we just want to make sure that we touch base on every single week. We didn't always have this, and our meetings felt kind of jumbled, or we didn't feel like we always got to everything that we wanted to discuss. So we just put this together as a way to keep us on track, make sure that we touch on everything that we want to connect on for the week, and that we just don't miss anything. So we check in on our calendar for the next couple weeks, review what went well the past week, and we also check on our quarterly goals and just make sure that we are on track for the goals that we have set ourselves for the quarter. And if there anything needs attention, then we will note that, come back to it, or figure it out in the moment. So most of these take about 5 minutes or so, and then the biggest chunk of our time is actually dedicated to our key issues list and our business items. So while going over the calendar and checking in on our goals is super helpful and beneficial, the one thing that we would do if we couldn't do them all is our key issues list. So this is a list of however many issues may be happening throughout the week that we would like to address. This has been super helpful for me personally, because there will be things that come up that I just know if I bring them up to Chris right now, it's not a helpful time to try to discuss them. If I try to text him in the middle of the day to talk to him about something, he's in the middle of trying to work and get stuff done, and so that's not helpful. Sometimes in the evenings we're just tired, or we have kiddos around and it's just something that just needs a little bit more brain power or mental energy or attention. So I love that I know every single week we are going to have this intentional connection time. So I can put on my key issues list any things that I want to chat with Chris about that I just know throughout the week it might not be the best time to chat about him. But if I bring him up at our meeting, he is like all in, focused 100% on solving problems, making things happen, moving our family forward, moving us closer towards our goals. And it just gives me a peace of mind of that, knowing that we will have this connection point every single week, and we can kind of work through whatever needs worked through on. We don't take care of all the issues on our list during our meeting, but we do decide which is maybe the biggest issue that we can tackle, work on, and we try to solve that in one way or another. Whether it means we need to spend more time on something, we need to spend some money to help something just run more smoothly within our household. Whatever it is, we try to solve one issue, if nothing else. And that might not sound like a lot if I'm coming with like 10 issues that I feel like all need attention. But I will say, when you look at the grand scheme of things, if we solve 52 issues, one issue a week in our family, whether it's a rhythm issue, a child training issue, whatever it might be, that is moving us so much more forward in the direction that we feel like God is calling our family than if we just didn't do it at all. So I am very grateful for this time in our family meeting. My household binder, which you just saw me flipping through, this has been an ever evolving binder where I keep our homeschool agenda, some of the boys' papers that I'm saving to create a book for them, some copies of weekly homeschool worksheets that I just print once so that I have them on hand for each week. I have my blank meal planners, which you can also download that in my Homemakers resource library. So again, I'll put a link below, but this binder is a little bit newer, maybe just a few months old or so. I have to-do lists in here too. I have all of our finance stuff. Right now I'm working on our taxes, so I have a folder that has all of our tax paperwork, a list of items that I need to print off or request from the bank, things like that. It just helps me to stay so much more organized knowing that I have everything in one place, that if I need a to-do list, I just go to my folder in my binder, grab out a to-do list. If I need a new meal plan for the week, I've actually been starting to save my weekly meal plans so that I can go back and refresh my memory on meals that we enjoyed, or if I just need a meal plan ready-made for me, I can go back through, pull one out that looks good, and just make that our meal plan for this coming week. So that has been very helpful. I used to just throw away the meal plan at the end of the week when I created our new meal plan, but I have been starting to save it, and I do feel like that has made a big difference. Since we started our business a little over a year ago, it's been so fun to just touch base during our family meeting about what Chris is working on in our business, brainstorm ideas for the future together, if there's anything. Sometimes this is just like a simple check-in at the end of our family meeting, and other times, like in today's meeting, we end up spending extra time thinking through and brainstorming where we want things to go next. So this meeting was actually really fun because we spent a good chunk of time on just some different business chats that needed to happen, and then other ones that we just wanted to have with each other. So it really inspired us, which was really fun. So towards the end of our meeting, we always make sure that we have our to-do list itemized for the week so that next week we can check in and see if we were able to accomplish them. So a couple of my to-do lists is getting all of our taxes sorted so that we can file our taxes, redoing our budget, and then there was one other one. Oh yes, I needed to create a better system for keeping track of our key issues list, and so I did that just in a shared Google Doc so that we had a shared place to add anything that might come up throughout the week so we can kind of keep track of it and then pull it up at our meeting. So then at the end of our meeting, we always give each other another hug and kiss, reminding ourselves again that we are on the same team working on the vision that God has given our family together. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, I'd so appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. May your home be filled with love and laughter, health and wellness, and may all who enter find peace and comfort.